In light of the terrorist attacks in the United States, many people are questioning the vulnerability of nuclear power reactors, whether measures should be taken to protect them. And with more on this, we're joined by Ian Steer, a freelance analyst and journalist who specializes in aviation and defense. Hello, Ian.
Hey, Dan. How are you?
Well, I'm terrific, thank you very much. But it says right here there are 103 power reactors, nuclear power reactors in the United States. How easy would it be to fly a plane into one? And if one were to do that, what would happen?
Well, first, it's almost impossible to fly an aircraft in a nuclear reactor. And if you look at the aircraft that were flown into the World Trade Center and the Pentagon, you can see, because of the one that hit the Pentagon cartwheeling in before it hit, and the ones that hit the World Trade Center, one roughly in the middle but the other off the corner, it's not easy to hit within a 100-foot circle. And in the case of impacting a nuclear reactor, because it's round and almost egg-shaped with a dome and round in cross-section, unless you hit it in a very, very directly on the egg's vulnerable part, it's not going to be broken. I just don't think it's very likely that an airliner is A, going to be able to get in there, and B, in light of the security measures now, anywhere within chance of getting close to one.
So when you say that, what do you mean? What are the guidelines right now?
Well, I don't know the guidelines right now or the rules of engagement, nor is anybody talking about them, but we can all look up into the air over Lake Ontario and see the F-15s patrolling the skies. There should be no doubt in anybody's mind that the FAA and the Nuclear Regulatory Commission of the United States have given serious thought to the possibilities that we're raising in the news.
Yeah. Now, a couple watchdog groups today suggested we should ring these things with National Guard and install missiles at each site. Now, does that sound feasible?
I think that's feasible. That's what the National Guard is there to do, is come out and defend the community in the event of an emergency or natural disaster. And you may find, in fact, that these people are already there. I can't really comment, and nobody knows, hasn't looked at the 103 nuclear power plants in the United States. But all last week I've been on the phone with people at the NRC and people here in Canada, and I'm assured by hook or by crook, we do not need to worry as much as might be let on that we're going to have nuclear armed terrorists or terrorists plowing planes in nuclear reactors. Because
they're being guarded from the air, not from the ground?
I would say they're being guarded from the air in terms of FAA keeping air routes a long distance away from overflying reactors. It's probable that they're being guarded from the ground. I wouldn't want to comment on that or know for sure. And I don't want to be overselling the side that says, you know, this is all pie in the sky. Nobody feels very expert this week or the last 2 weeks, because honest to gosh, if you'd asked me 2 weeks ago if World Trade Center could be knocked down by terrorists, I would have said absolutely no. I don't want to be sitting here in 6 months and find out we didn't prepare enough. I think the people that are calling for National Guard and defenses of the kind that people, I don't think, would be surprised to see, surface-to-air missiles, even shoulder-fired ones, that kind of thing, I think are trying to help America be secure. And I can tell you from the people I've spoken with that are in positions to enforce that security, everything that can be done is being done.
Ian Steer, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dan.